TradeMark East Africa supports the East African community's regional integration through partnership on stakeholder-driven projects that are geared towards reducing the barriers to trade and the cost of doing business in the region. This ultimately results in the reduction of costs of goods and services. One of TradeMark East Africa's key initiatives is to support public and private sector organizations to establish systems and procedures for national single window initiatives in the East African member states. A single window system enables international traders, such as importers and exporters, to lodge documents to various government and other relevant offices at a single entry point and to receive feedback in the same way. The main value proposition for having a single window for a country or economy is to increase efficiency through time and cost savings for traders in their dealings with government authorities for obtaining the relevant clearance and permits for moving goods across national or economic borders. The situation today is that a trader has to go to tens of government regulatory agencies to acquire the permits, licenses, and other documents relating to importing or exporting goods. In Kenya, for example, a trader has to deal with 22 government agencies to acquire the licenses, certifications, and permits that he needs. These include the Customs and Immigration Office, the Kenya Revenue Authority, and the Kenya National Bureau of Standards, as well as phytosanitary agencies such as the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Services. Often, traders will need to go to each of these offices several times in the process of their transactions. First, the trader will have to go seeking information on requirements, and after preparing the necessary documents, they would need to go back to lodge the relevant documents in their application. In all cases, they have to repeat the same information such as name, personal identification and tax numbers, the nature of goods that they are importing, among other details. Assuming they got all the details right, they filled the forms correctly for each agency and enclosed all needed documents, they usually have to go back on numerous occasions to check on progress. And this has to be done at several agencies. TradeMark East Africa works on building blocks model, working with various agencies at various levels to develop the systems and digital processes to facilitate ease of access and use by traders. The idea behind the model is to build systems one at a time in partnership with the relevant agencies to simplify the traders' interactions with them. It is then possible to link the various systems together and to also connect with other initiatives, including national single window initiatives in Kenya and Uganda. In simple terms, TradeMark East Africa's partners have been clustered by the needs of the traders in the following ways. For traders to find information easily, TradeMark East Africa is working with Kenya Shippers Council, Kenya Transport Association, and the Federation of East African Freight Forwarders Associations. With each of the stakeholders, TradeMark East Africa has built portals that provide comprehensive information on the requirements of importing and exporting goods. These goods are categorized using their unique global trade code known as Harmonized Commodity Description and Code, simply known as the HSC. These portals are then linked together to form a unitary access system. For traders to apply for licenses, certifications, and permits more easily, TradeMark is working with the Bureau of Standards in Kenya and Uganda, as well as phytosanitary agencies in both countries. With each of the agencies, TradeMark is building systems that allow for traders to submit applications, usually along with physical samples for testing, and to receive feedback electronically, as opposed to waiting several days for feedback. For traders to submit all information to all relevant agencies at once, TradeMark East Africa is working with revenue authorities, Bureau of Standards, phytosanitary agencies, and others to build harmonized systems that standardizes the information submission for the trader through one electronic point. For traders to receive all feedback through one coordinated point, TradeMark East Africa works with the various agencies to also build a feedback mechanism that closes the loop. This system also enables for agencies to queue other agencies that need their results to proceed. For example, before dealing with revenue authorities, a trader must have been cleared with phytosanitary agencies. The system will enable phytosanitary agencies to queue revenue authority for clearance as soon as they are through using the system. When the regional single window is successfully in place, a trader, let's call him John, will be able to log on to an online system from his office, find the information that he needs to import goods from China to Rwanda, and submit his application once to all relevant agencies using one form. John will then track the progress of his applications in various countries, making payments and giving additional information through the system as he is required to do, and finally, he will be able to receive all feedback from all agencies using the one system. Because John will not have spent time shuttling between offices, queuing at most of them awaiting services, he will enjoy a reduction of direct costs of doing business, and it's expected that he will then pass that on to the customer. Because the system is easier and less tedious to use, governments will enjoy the reputation of having a better climate for business and are likely to see more investments in trade, which will lead to a healthier economic outlook for them.